So I just finished my first day as a full-time front-end engineer. Basically, about 14 months ago, I started teaching myself web development. From the very beginning, I knew that I did not want to rely on applying for jobs to actually get a job, because I knew I wasn't going to look good on paper. My resume was not going to have a CS degree or a bootcamp certificate or anything like that. So I wanted to find some way to bring the opportunities to me. What I decided to do was to learn in public. I went on LinkedIn and basically would share what I was learning. I would post demo videos of my projects and connect with other engineers who might network with me. And it was seemed to be going really well. Like, my following was growing. People were impressed with my work and how quickly I was learning. So what would happen is different engineers and developers would say, hey, you should apply to my company. And I would send them my resume, but then they would pass me off to the recruiter or the HR people, and it was out of their hands. Now, what happened then? Even though the engineers and developers on LinkedIn understood the value of being self-taught, because basically every developer is self-taught, like, you have to know how to solve problems and find the answers and get stuff done. Recruiters don't really realize that. So looking at my resume and asking me about my background, they were not impressed. And I don't know if I was just put at the bottom of the pile or even made it to the pile, I don't know. But for the most part, didn't make it. There were a few times that I made it to the stage of getting a coding assessment. But you know, if you look at my live coding challenge videos on my channel, algorithms aren't my strong suit. Like, I failed just about all of them, actually. It's kind of embarrassing. Kind of why I did it, is to get over the embarrassment of how terrible I am at coding challenges. But on the other hand, here I am building projects and apps. So apparently I can still build stuff even though I'm bad at algorithms. Anyway, I'm gonna start griping like, coding challenges. So I didn't make it past all these corporate tests. The people who recommended me, the other engineers, were confused. Like, why haven't you gotten a job yet? I'm like, don't ask me, I'm doing my best. When the hiring freeze hit, I decided to just stop applying and going that route. I was very discouraged. I didn't know what was wrong, and I just wanted to keep learning how to code and building things. So I decided to start learning React Native. At the same time, I had developer friends who were asking me, why are you not on Twitter? You'd be great on Twitter. Get on Twitter. That's where the action is. That's where the developers are. You need to get on Twitter. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna get on Twitter. It wasn't quite as straightforward what the purpose of Twitter was. Like, LinkedIn, it kind of made sense to me. Like, yeah, people are looking for jobs, people are promoting things, like, it kind of made sense. Twitter, yeah, it's just more a bunch of people hanging out, which, you know, I'm like, how is this gonna help me get a job? But that's the thing, is that I had given up on job searching, so Twitter was just fine because I could chat with other developers. I did end up getting a freelance job. That was actually from LinkedIn because I posted about learning React Native and someone wanted me to build a React Native app. But what did I do? When I finished that, I made a demo video and I posted it on Twitter. I think I only had like 300 followers. Like, I had basically just started out on Twitter. People were very impressed by that demo app. That very next week, I got an email in my inbox from the CTO of this company saying, hey, people have been raving about your work on Twitter and I watched some of your videos and I want you to interview with us. And the interview itself, no coding challenge. We basically just chatted like Twitter. We just chatted about technical stuff and that was it. And the same week I had an offer and was hired. Twitter is the place to be, especially for someone like me who is going an unconventional way of learning. It is a very good platform for that. So here I am. I got my first job. Thank you, Twitter.